Okay, we're back with a look at a Blu-ray release that came out just over a month ago, but I waited for the STEELBOOK edition, which came out just last week. It's Paul Verhoeven's original Robocop, remastered from a 4K scan, and that's what we're going to look at today. So first we'll talk a little bit about Robocop. Robocop is a film about a cop who's injured in action, who gets remains of him connected in with this cyborg suit, and it's a great story about him retaining his humanity. Sort of a world gone to crap, really, and it's a wonderful satire, and it foresaw a lot of things that were to come, and really it was well received at the time, but I think it's more appreciated now. And it shouldn't go unsaid that it is super violent and action-packed. I think the release of the remake has given them an opportunity to go back and give this a proper release. It was released once on Blu-ray already with a really bad transfer and no special features. This one here actually has the special features from the Ultimate Edition DVD and a new special feature, which we'll talk about in a little bit. The picture itself is really quite wonderful. Now, this was shot in the 80s, the horrible cheap 80s film stock, so it's never going to look as pristine as some other films, but the colors are robust. I didn't see any damage. It ran fairly smoothly. There was a little bit of judder here and there on some panning shots, but really the grain is intact. It looks very filmic, and it looks miles better than ever it has done on TV or DVD or the previous Blu-ray release, so it looks good. It does have the same 5.1 mix that the original Blu-ray had. It's not going to blow anyone's mind, but it does the job well enough. Now on to the special features. The new special feature that has been put with this release is a Q&A with filmmakers, which was done in 2012. It's in high definition, and it was taped at UCLA's James Bridge Theatre, and moderated by Robert Rosen with a panel discussion including Paul Verhoeven, who was the director, Peter Weller, who played Robocop, producer John Davison, screenwriters, and effects guru Phil Tippett. So it's 42 minutes long, so it has quite a bit of stuff to it. Now the rest of the special features are just in standard definition, but we have Flesh and Steel, the making of Robocop, which is almost 37 minutes long. We have a 1987 featurette called Shooting Robocop, which is 8 minutes long. Also another 1987 featurette, the making Robocop. It's an 8-minute companion piece. The Boardroom storyboard with commentary with animator Phil Tippett. The boardroom sequence is a pretty famous sequence at the beginning of the film. And we have some deleted scenes, a featurette called Villains of Old Detroit, special effects Then and Now, Robocop creating a legend. There's a Paul Verhoeven Easter egg. It's not really an Easter egg if it's advertised. It's listed in the extras menu as that, which is just a brief insert that explains Verhoeven's accidental cameo in the film, and it's also noted in the commentary, which is included here, which is with director Paul Verhoeven, the writer Ed Numier, I'm not sure how you pronounce his name, and producer John Davison. I love Paul Verhoeven's commentaries and look forward to revisiting this. I haven't heard it since I got the DVD way back in the day. He also has the theatrical trailer and TV spot and the MGM 90th anniversary trailer, so it's about as jam-packed as it's going to get. This is the unrated director's cut, I should mention. I don't think you could get away with making a film this violent today, but I wish they could. It's really quite something special, and it's pitch perfect, and it's a lot of fun. It's got so many memorable scenes. Following this, they did. There was a sequel, Robocop 2, directed by Kirshner, who did Empire Strikes Back and Never Say Never Again. Kind of a sequels king. And he did a really good job. It wasn't as good as this. It was a little goofier, a little more over the top, but it as supremely violent and the closest they ever got to capturing the magic of the first film. The third film has a different actor playing Robocop and is just terrible. I only watched it for the first time recently because I'd always avoided it on reputation, but it is awful. So I would pick up the second one on Blu-ray. It hasn't got a standalone release that I'm aware of. The only release of it is a trilogy box set with the original Blu-ray, not this nice remastered one. And then of course there was the TV series, which is okay for what it is, and now's the latest remake, which I'm not too interested in seeing. I guess I'll see it eventually, but I'm not going to rush out to see it. Have a look inside here. Front cover, nice picture of Robocop. Ed 209 on the back. Here's the disc. There's some artwork in the back. Robocop and behind the disc. Battling the bad guy. So there we have it. Go pick it up.